Justice Datijo. Whatever I might have had to say, Justice Datijo said everything. May God bless him. Dele Farotimi says, wow, we know that Datijo, at the point of retirement from the judiciary, okay, had spilled the beans, especially around the absolute power that is vested on the Chief Justice of Nigeria. Okay, Chief Justice Olukayode Ariwola has absolute powers with a lot of portfolios and a lot of powers conferred on him, and that is what is corrupting him and also affecting the judiciary as well. He spilled the beans about not having adequate judges representing all the 6 geopolitical zones in the Supreme Court. That the justices, some regions like Middle Belt and Southeast, have had no representative justice from their region in the Supreme Court, and the Supreme Court is operating like that. Rather, we have all of them Northerners and Southwest, dominating that Supreme Court, and quite unfortunate. And that's why there's miscarriage of judgment and justice. Because if you have all of them balanced, they will argue it, and it will be difficult for one person to make a decision on behalf of everybody. But again, the power that has been given to Justice Olukayode Ariwola need to be broken down and decentralized so that at least there could be a kind of sanity and sanctity in the judiciary. So Dele Farotimi is now appreciating Justice Datijo for saying exactly what the problem in judiciary is and how corrupt and damaged it is. But again, let's dive into the details and hear him out. Following the statement made by Justice Datijo, during his retirement from the Supreme Court, Dele Farotimi, a lawyer and a political activist, prayed to God to bless Justice Datijo for expressing similar sentiments or concerns about the judiciary. Okay, speaking in an interview with Farotimi, Farotimi criticized the judicial system effectiveness and its ability to deliver justice to ordinary Nigerians, pointing out that the judiciary, which is often referred to as the last hope of the common man, has failed to provide any hope to the people. So according to him, I went on to tell you that by the time we would have gone through the judicial process, we would have been denuded the Nigerian judiciary. The Nigerian people will be able to see clearly that what is meant to be the last hope of the common man is completely hopeless in giving any hope to the common man. Whatever I might have said or I must have had to say, I believe Justice Datijo said everything eloquently. May God bless him. So there's nothing left to say about the Supreme Court. Abi, of course, when they say that judiciary is the last hope of the common man, it is not in Nigeria. Because in Nigeria, judiciary has been bastardized and judiciary has no hope at all for the common man, not to talk of the last one. So, and it says that the corruption in judiciary is so much, that it's overwhelming. And if there's anything that he actually probably would have had to say, that Justice Datijo has said everything, and may God bless him for his eloquence and for being able to speak out concerning the judiciary condition. But again, we are saying, why is Justice Datijo saying this now? He was the deputy CJN up to the time he retired. Meaning that at some point he represented the CJN in managing the Supreme Court. So what did he do? Why didn't he say all of this in that time? He has been there for years. So meaning he had opportunity to change the system, but he did not. So why is he saying it now that he's retiring? Quite an unfortunate situation, I tell you. So that is the question my guys are asking him. Why are you saying this now? Why didn't you say it before the election? Why didn't you say it before now? You have been number 2 person in the judiciary today by rank. And so why have you not been saying this all the while? Why are you saying now that you are almost going home? There must be something wrong. Okay? But again, not saying it at all is also another bad situation, which I think has been alleviated by speaking out now. So now we know what we did not know. So, but the queen, what can be done to correct the situation, even though Justice Ariwala had come out to allay his own fears and his own disappointment for running with the smallest number of justices in the Nigerian history of Supreme Court, and promised to make sure that the vacancies are filled up. They have plans to promote more people upward so that people can fill those vacancies at the Supreme Court. The question is, it's not just to fill the vacancy, there is a modus operandi, and that is every geopolitical zone must be represented at least by 2 judges or justices. So that has to be followed, and those regions that do not have justices representing them in the Supreme Court need to produce their justices, or CJN should work judiciously to balance the equation properly. If not, corruption continues. Corruption continues. So somebody is speaking here. As I say, you are a liar and self-deceiving. You have forgotten that when your candidate to be was impeached as governor, then it is the same judiciary, okay, that restored him as governor. But now their judgment is against your self-made expectations. They are no longer judiciary. You have also forgotten that those cases you have won for your clients, the same judiciary had been the instrument of your winning such. Yes, what the retired justice said are fact and figure, but that does not mean to back up your view that has been corrupted by your politicianship, by your partisanship, or whatever you're writing there. So your candidate lost out of election while you are wickedly expecting judiciary to declare him winner. What a sorry state of yours. Can you imagine? The guy, people are just supporting this government. I wonder where we are going with this. Yeah, but now that they failed to convene the court had no longer the hope of common man, Abi. They are just writing, and contradicting themselves. The other person is replying to them here, saying your post shows that you are from the laziest tribe that dwells on thuggery and extortion for survival. May your parochial mindset, continue to shape your destiny. Now I say, what has Datijo said other than for you to twist misrepresented facts? He mentioned those things that need to be corrected, and that is all. You are not in the same level. In your utterances, you are unrestrained, uncouth, raw, uncultured, and silly. Can you imagine? Like insulting him. But the guy just choose to be blunt. That is just an hypocrite. Why wait until you retire before complaining? Supreme Court had shortage of judges all these years. The power of the Chief Justice of the Supreme Court, had always been there, even before you were elevated to the apex court. He is trying to be set now that he has been part of this pervasive rot. Where was Datijo when many Northerners held this post? Exactly. He didn't say anything. So why is he speaking now? That's why I have concern. And that's why I agree with people that are saying that he's an hypocrite. Because he's obviously talking and behaving like an hypocrite. So thank you for listening, and let's have your comment on this Dele Farotimi reaction to Justice Datijo's comments.